Being the 88 of Jeff Gordon has the nationwide in-car camera. He will start 18th today. Austin Dillon with the AAA onboard camera starts 14th. Jamie McMurray has the Credit One onboard camera and will start in row 7 in the 13th position. Kevin Harvick in that number 4 starts in row 3 in the 6th spot. Kyle Busch has the Sprint onboard camera and will start in row 2 in the 3rd position. And we just heard from him starting up front on the pole with the Ford in-car camera is Brad Keselowski.
Truex Jr. with a lot of pace early in the race. They have, everywhere they go, every kind of racetrack, they have speed. It won't surprise me one bit to see him get by Brad in a little bit and take a little ground. I think he's a little bit quicker. Put the pressure on right now. And it might happen. Those things are very important. So listen to how he's going to the throttle and watch the wheel input.
That report came in about 10 laps ago. They're monitoring it right now, just making sure it doesn't get worse. But obviously, this team paying very close attention to it, Rick.
Yeah, a tough situation for Jamie McMurray a week ago. They spent most of the race in the top 10, but then ended up with a finish of 19th, which put them in this position to where they are right there on the cut line, currently in the 11th spot.
Yeah, just got caught on the wrong side of pit sequence there. Ended up late in the race, the last car without tires, and the guys that had tires just went blowing by him, so he lost a lot of spots. But now the bigger concern is, what is this problem? What is going on? Is it going to get worse? That would be unnerving to me, Steve.
That they don't have control over. You see, he's just below the cut line, 4 points out right now. His car, however, very difficult to handle right now. It won't turn in the corners, and there's 4 of them here, and they're hard to get through when you don't have that turn in your car.
It's a really good shot. You can see what Austin Dillon's having to do, what he's actually looking at. You see his wheel input. If you watch his right leg, you can he actually drives almost with his leg. You can see when he accelerates, when he deaccelerates. A lot going on at this racetrack. You have to attack these corner entries. You fall down into this hole, driving into turn 1, try to roll the middle of the corner as quickly as you can, go back to the throttle as quickly, but a lot of times you have to breathe off the throttle on corner exit. Very difficult, challenging racetrack.
Well, we are at the Monster Mile, and the Monster is chewing a good run here off turn 4.
A really good view. This is where he's been fast, right here. He's able to really gain on Carl Edwards, but then he just can't get the car turned. He's carrying so much speed through the center of the corner, he can't get it to turn. Carl Edwards has given up a little bit of speed through the center, but his exit speed is just a touch better. So right there he gains, but then as they start on the exit, there's nowhere for Austin Dillon to go.
Well, Carl Edwards is driving like a veteran right in front of him. He knows, I think, that the 3's better than him through the middle of the corner, but that's why he makes sure he exits right here, right along the apron of the racetrack. Does not get up off the bottom on exit.
Just behind the 3 team is 41 of Kurt Busch, Marty.
And right now, Kurt Busch in the 14th position, Rick, right where he needs to be, plus 13 above that cut line. And that's what he told me earlier this week. He said, listen, we're not...
Quicker information, smarter information. So using this opportunity to become better as a race team is a really, really good idea.
Well, you could join me on the pit box, but a pretty small chance I'm going to...
Just the pressure for the drivers. It's the pressure for the crew chief, the teams, the over-the-wall crew, everyone involved. The pressure ramps up. This is an elimination race, meaning Austin Dillon, who entered this chase race with a chance at the title, could leave this chase race and not have that same chance.
Most of these guys in this sport grew up wanting to be in this sport, and when you get to this opportunity, it truly is a chance of a lifetime to try to move along and win a championship. It's what everybody has worked so hard to do. So when it's right in front of you, it's all you can think about. You can't get away from it.
Mike.
Well, Rick, perhaps the Cinderella story of this year is the 34 car, Chris Buescher, getting the...
Chevy and Ford, the top 3. Jamie McMurray and Austin Dillon separated by 1 point in the chase running. And currently it's Austin Dillon that has the advantage. Mike?
And Rick, those two have been swapping that transfer spot throughout the course of this race. And right now, Austin Dillon has the advantage. As for Jamie McMurray, he had radioed in earlier in the race that he had a vibration. Here's the latest thing he had to say about it.
So this night, 2.5 on check road. Get some type of weird drive chain vibration. Kind of reminds me of the drive shaft stuff, but that's not it.
So with only 159 laps complete, still lots of racing remaining and lots of concern in the one camp as it relates to that vibration, Dave.
Mike, when I talked to Slugger Labby this morning about the threes run here in May, he said it was really pretty good. We were running 9th when we shattered a brake rotor, and it ended our day. They said that they came here this weekend a little bit different setup-wise, but that their teammates used what they had in the spring, and that was working for them. So Saturday, they swapped back over to that, and they felt it was going to be the right setup for today. It's been a little bit tight, but lately they've made changes to the car, and he's found the speed going forward in the 3.
Yeah, I think that's as much a concern as the vibration for McMurray is the speed right now, the 3-car in Austin Dillon. He's moved up the racetrack. Right now he's passing on the bottom, but he's moved up the racetrack, and when he did, he found a way around Edwards, found a way around McMurray. He has run Chase Elliott and Brad Keselowski down, so he has one of the top 3 or 4 fastest cars on the racetrack right now.
Rick, we talk about anyone can be eliminated with a mistake, but think about how emotionally draining this must be for Austin Dillon and Jamie McMurray. 400 laps within a point of one another.
And once again, it looks as though Jamie McMurray looking at heartbreak. As far as advancing out of the first round of the chase, he's 11 miles an hour slower than Martin Truex Jr.'s last lap time.
It's hard to believe that Chip Ganassi Racing came in here with both cars running very well, been very consistent, and now both cars having mechanical issues.
This is what this format has done. It has made the first 26 races truly the regular season, trying to qualify for the playoffs. And then once you qualify for the playoffs, it's elation, it's excitement, the opportunities are endless. You can win a championship, but only 3 races later you come to Dover, and you have to continue those hopes. We can see instantly how difficult that is.
Kyle Larson, it was an electrical issue early in the race, riding pit road. Took him long enough that he ended up losing 3 laps. He's 3 laps down, running 30th. Martin Truex.
And guys, I was interested to watch on that restart what happened with Austin, because they didn't make any changes on that pit stop. They changed 4 tires, they put fuel in the car, but they really didn't adjust it at all. He was happy with it at the end, so I think what we saw was a little bit hard to handle at the initial restart, but then it comes to him, much as it did in the last run.
I want to listen into the radio for Austin Dillon just moments ago. This is what they had to say.
All right, guys, on the restart. We'll get it back right here. Yeah, 10-4. No worries. All good. The only car we're racing is that 14. Just for you. Yeah, I know it. I know it. Problem is, he's not very fast. Yeah, I know. It'll take care of itself. Got to be smart. +8 right now. Yeah, he did a good job right there. We'll keep doing what we're doing.
So people ask why we put points as they run now, because the teams are paying attention to it too. That's what they're talking about. You heard Tony Stewart's team talk about it. You just heard Austin Dillon's team talk about it. They're paying attention to the competition and where they are and where they're running. We understand the race isn't over right now, but the points as they run now is exceptionally important. You hear how important it is. The teams are talking about it. That's all that matters, Steve, is how are you compared to your competition?
Well, that's it. You said it. Points matter. This is a points battle. I mean, the whole idea is to have enough points to transfer into the next round. We've talked all weekend about track changes. Well, you heard the spotter there say, sun's out, starting to warm up. This is just one more thing that's going to affect this racetrack. Well, I don't think the temperature affects the handling as much. What it does do, Rick, is affect how much Goodyear tire rubber adheres to the racetrack. It seems like when the sun is out, this track is going to even blacker. The tire rubber is going to want to stick more, and that will change the handling.
And it's changed throughout the first 234 laps. We would expect it to continue to change for the remaining 165. Little wiggle there coming off.
In that 4-car racing on track, though, he's 45 laps down. Not been the day he wanted. Remember, early in this race, they had a track bar mount brake, which sent them back to the garage to be fixed. Obviously not what they were hoping to come here for, but if there is such thing as good timing for mechanical failure, it would be now, as they've already won in this round and have their spot in the round of 12 secure. When I talked to his crew chief, Rodney Childers, about the mood around this team this week, he said it's definitely been looser. He said it's kind of like a fresh breath of air. This chase format is just so stressful. Kind of has me in panic mode so much. You spend a lot of nights laying awake, but this week, I got a lot of good sleep.
Once again, you have to remember that Kevin Harvick has never been eliminated in this format of the playoffs.
And he's done it in every way possible. He's pointed his way through. He's won his way through. He's won his way through when he was pushed completely into a corner on a cut race. This round, he won the second race, which very fortunate for Kevin Harvick because he hasn't had the best fortune here today.
Yeah, and this team, you have to assume this is still one of the favorites. One bad race today. They were running well. They were running in the top 5 when they had their problems. So they had the speed, this mechanical issue, but timely mechanical issue. No harm, no foul because of the win last week. But this team's ability to win races when they need to win races allows them to have some bad races, and that's what they have. Sometimes they have these great wins, but it's because they had to have them. They dug themselves a little bit of a hole, and they had to get those wins. So once again, a little bit of an issue, but they had a cushion to fall back on.
I brought up moments ago that the fact of the matter that right now there are only 6 cars on the lead lap is very amazing, especially in this day and age with the free pass and the wave around, where teams have the opportunity to get back a lap that they had lost. And so you see more and more cars on the lead lap. Well, that rule, the free pass rule, was introduced actually in this race back in 2003. And since that race, the fewest on the lead lap at the end of a race was 5 in the June race of 2004 at Dover. So 5 cars on the lead lap, and it's happened. Again, Jeff Gordon leading in the 88, but still has to come to pit road, and will be doing so here pretty soon as he sees Chase Elliott go by.
But this team really doesn't have anything to lose. They're not racing for a championship or anything. If they can stay out and try to catch a caution, and currently there's only 4 cars on the lead lap, to be in a position to make something happen. Why not go for it? Why not try something?
Last on pit road at lap 277 already have completed 370, so just over the pit window, which we predict.
Concerned about coming into this race, but a solid run today. At times in this race, they had the fastest car. They never really had the track position to take advantage of it. They need to find a way to have a little better restarts to be able to take advantage of that speed, but I think this team has to leave this race with a lot of momentum and feeling really good about this next round.
Non-chasers in the top 10, it's just Jeff Gordon running 10th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on his birthday, by the way, is running 11th. Casey Kane running 12th. Eric Almirola is 16th. Greg Biffle, Ryan New.